breaststroker in college swimming right now. McHugh of Minnesota. He swept the 100 and 200 last year and won the 100 yesterday.
Huge favorite here, no question about it, but he might just have a little competition, unlike the 100.
Some of that competition coming from the guy a couple inside of him, Léon Marchand, only a freshman out of France, Tokyo Olympian. He won the 200-yard IM in the same pool that his father, Xavier, swam in the 1996 Olympics. How's that coming full circle?
Something else, right? What a special moment for this young man and his entire family. You talk about these two guys, McHugh and Marchand. Who knows? It could be a Quaker.
Yeah, don't forget about Matt Fallon. I don't know if he had the others shivering in their swim trunks after the morning, because he swam by far the best time, 1:49.03. Talk about, again, a family affair. Both his parents were swimmers at Penn, and that's where they met, too.
Sixth fastest performer off that 149 flat. How about the second fastest swimmer in history? That's Rice Whitley. He could be a factor as well. Boy, there are 4 guys in here, maybe 5. You throw in Corbeau, that have a chance. If you look at it on paper, 4 of the 10 fastest in history are in this race.
Whitley was the runner-up behind McHugh last year at NCAA championships. In this championship final, 1 from Cal and 1 from Texas. Casper Corbeau will swim out of lane number 6. Meanwhile, in the consolation final, Cal had 3 Bears combined to score 20 points, Texas just 5. So Cal has already expanded its lead in this 200-yard breast with a chance to grow it even more.
This one probably will end up evening out pretty much, because you've got 1 Longhorn and 1 Bear and only 1 event left. Boy, this is going to be a good one.
And McHugh in 2019 was shot by a stray bullet when he was walking down the street. Took about a year of recovery and injured his leg. Said that rehab and recovery is what refocused and gave him a new appreciation for swimming. Since then, he has won 3 NCAA championships and has a chance now for a 4th.
A little bit different ways of swimming this race. McHugh, obviously with his speed, will be out first, along with Whitley, who has great speed. Fallon will no doubt come off the pace. It's his back half. In fact, he was 8th among these 8 swimmers at the wall. And you can see him right there. He is going to be probably dead last at the halfway point, but you don't want to take your eyes off of him, because he'll come back the second half.
McHugh still out in front. Casper Corbeau of Texas swimming well up into 2nd. Léon Marchand and Rice Whitley in contention as well, down near the bottom of your screen.
That record, 1:47.9 by the great Will Lacombe, one legend in the sport, probably is not going to be touched. He's got to be out in 51.4, 51.8. Lacombe was 51.4, so he's about 4/10 of a second off that split.
Fallon was an 8th. Is he too far behind to make it up in these final 100?
8th! Remember that. He was 8th at the 100.
It's McHugh still way out in front. Right now, Léon Marchand swimming for 2nd, Corbeau 3rd. Whitley's fallen off the pace a bit as well for Cal. McHugh leading, but look at Fallon coming on!
And Marchand, he has a great back half as well, winning that 409. He's 27.8 there. McHugh 27.7, but Fallon 27.3, and here he comes. He just might be running out of room, though.
McHugh, Marchand, and Fallon inside the final 25 yards. McHugh looking to go back-to-back with a sweep in the breaststroke. Léon Marchand trying to spoil it.
Marchand!
And Fallon coming late. It's Marchand at the end, and the freshman has done it again. His 2nd championship at this meet. $1:48.20.
He didn't even look back. You see him slam his fist into the water? He knew he had won. He didn't even have to look back at the clock. Halfway point. There's Fallon, who ends up getting 3rd. He moves from 8th to 3rd. McHugh and Marchand on either side of him. Here's the 150 turn right there, and this is where you had a feeling that Marchand was starting to make his move. He comes back in 28-3 going into this final turn. A lot of momentum coming in the last lap turn. And then he saw McHugh. No doubt when he's turned, he said, you know what? I've got a chance here. And he comes in and maybe takes a quick peek at the side clock, but he knew he had won as soon as he touched. Yes, sir. And how about Bob Bowman, the head coach of Arizona State? Bob Bowman getting the job done.
Been a good meet for the Sun Devils, and
no
led
doubt
by this man, Léon Marchand. And there is family and friends who made the trip. Family members coming from all the way out in Toulouse, France, and they get to see him win 2 championships. Max McHugh, if this is the end of his college career, it has been a great career. 3 championships and a 2nd place here in the 200-yard breast. Léon Marchand, for the 2nd time this week, is with Lara Overton.
Léon, earlier this week, your coach told me that pressure does not get to you. How were you able to maintain your poise in that final stretch of the race?
I think we were doing a very hard training with my team, so we were able to be pretty fast on the last day.
Very fast indeed on the last day. You come from a family of Olympians. Your dad competed right here in Atlanta in the Olympic Games. How proud are you to continue this family tradition and add another title to your weekend?
I'm very, very proud to show him that I can be fast in USA too, so that's pretty cool.
The fastest in this event indeed. Congratulations.
Thank you.
He said he wanted to prove he could be fast in the United States. He has proved that pretty easily here this week. Léon Marchand, only a freshman. Plenty more to come from this great Arizona State swimmer. When we come back, final individual event, the 200-yard butterfly.